Now, for a foreign car brand to show commitment in India, the first step is probably to set up a manufacturing facility. And I suppose the second step is this a big design facility that caters to the world. And that's where we are right now, Renault's new design facility here in Chennai. And to take me through it, I've got none other than Renault Group's global director of design, Lawrence and Acker. Lawrence,
Nice
lovely
to meet you.
facility.
Lovely to meet you.
Congratulations. It looks phenomenal. I'd love you to just take me on a quick walk through the new
Yeah.
design studio and tell me first and foremost what a big commitment this is for Renault to set up this big studio, the second largest for Renault in the world. And you just tell me what that means for Renault and Renault Design.
Yeah, it shows the importance of India as a market, but also the talent that's there. Because obviously, as a designer, it's the biggest design studio outside of France that we have for Renault. And it's also because we're looking for the creativity where it matters. India is a very dynamic market which is transforming very quickly. It's very dynamic, lots of new high tech, lots of this wonderful combination of craftsmanship and high tech, which we find here, and lots of creativity. I don't have to explain to you how rich the culture is in India. So as a design team, we're always looking to combine the best of all the cultures because we make vehicles for the global market. So India is for us a logical place to be. It's a very strong place also to develop vehicles, especially here in Chennai, where we have the RNTCBI, the engineering center, not just for the physical vehicles, but also for software development. In other words, all the aspects of a car that are making a car more intelligent, more attractive, more creative, you find here. And this is why we are, in Chennai.
Fabulous. So, what you're saying also, there's a great pool of talent here, and it's not Renault's first design center in India. I believe that started way at the start of Renault's operations here.
Yeah, it's true. We were one of the first, if not the first, European design studio in India. We started in 2005 in Pune, then went to Mumbai. But as Chennai was developing and becoming literally the center of gravity of the automotive industry, we decided to move to Chennai. To be honest, it was a bit of a shame to leave Mumbai, but it makes sense. And here we are working close with our engineering colleagues, with the people that are also developing the software in Bangalore. So it was a good choice.
Right. And also, this you've had one in Chennai before, but this is a big upgrade from that. So, can you tell me a little bit more about what's new and what's bigger and what's better here?
Well, first of all, the studio in Mumbai was as big as this hall, and it had 10 people in it. Now we have a huge studio with more than 40 people, with a big presentation room, also with an LED screen of 8.5 by 2.5 meters. We have virtual reality stations, so we can work on the same projects with our colleagues in the international studios. We can be connected and looking at the same projects because we're not only developing projects for India, but also globally.
All right.
We have obviously our colleagues from engineering right upstairs, and so it's a complete digital, virtual, and mixed reality studio. And in that sense, it's the best state of the art.
And so, design from here, developments from here have already taken place globally, and the future models for Renault India that I think a lot of our viewers are very excited about will have been developed and designed here. Is it?
Yeah, so obviously the cars that that have been developed here are the Renault Kwid, the Kiger, the Triber, etc., etc. But not only the Renault 5 and the Renault 4 that have just come out in Europe as Car of the Year, won a Car of the Year award in Europe, have been also developed here in India. So India is playing an important role in our development process. And it just goes to show, what a pleasure it is to be here and finally have the studio that we deserve.
I know. And I mean, it is fantastic. It looks absolutely state of the art. And you've had the pleasure of working at a number of different brands in your storied career. But what is it about Renault Design? What are the tenets? What are the sort of characteristics that define Renault Design?
I think what we want in Renault is to design vehicles that are very iconic, and Renault has had a history of making iconic cars that are in sync with the time. And what we're doing now is we develop legendary icons and future icons. So that gives us a chance to look at the history, to look at the past with the Renault 5, the Renault 4, but also the Twingo. But it also gives us a chance to develop the future icons, like potentially a Clio, a Scenic, or a Megane, a Duster, vehicles that are really make a difference and define a segment. This is what we are known for: French innovation, humanized technologies, respect for sustainability. This is the best of those worlds.
And finally, I saw in your presentation earlier, you said we're proud of our dual heritage. The Renault India is French and Indian.
Yes.
And so do you see a bit of India in Renault's products and a bit of Renault in India when it comes to design and things?
I hope so. I hope so, because in the end, what the customers love is great design that's innovative, intelligent, makes your life easier and more beautiful. I think there's no contradiction in this in any culture. So we come here for the talent, the passion. People love innovation in this country, and we want to grab the spirit and bring it into our cars.
I'm looking forward to what comes out of this studio next, but congratulations. It looks fantastic. It's state of the art and really looking forward to the future.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Thank you. But before we close up, there is one last special surprise. This beautiful sculpture right here. It's not anywhere near going into production. It's just a piece of art. And Lawrence is going to tell us a little bit about it and what it means.
Yeah, exactly. This is a high-tech sculpture. It combines the best of arts and craft and high tech at the same time. This combination, this object is alive. It lights up from inside. It has screens everywhere, but not just. It's changing color. It is giving you information. You don't know exactly what. I mean, it's an abstract, in that sense, abstract sculpture, but there's a spirit inside that I love. There's a creativity that inside that I loved. And I think it's timeless to a certain degree. And it's this spirit that we're trying to capture for the studio here.
I love that it has the script in both English and also in Hindi as well. It pops up on the screens from time to time.
Yeah, it's literally created here with the teams. We looked for something that was timeless, intriguing, inspiring, not giving you the exact answer. And frankly, if the light turns down, it becomes a really intriguing object.
I think it's a wonderful showcase of the technology and the level of skill and talent out here in the Renault Design Studio. Fantastic. Will it be on display? Will anybody ever get to have it?
Yeah, obviously, it's been shown for the first time here. It's a world premiere, if you will, the Renault Rethink. But I'm sure it will find its way into the public and on social media, of course.
Of course, we look forward to it.
Hey.
Thank you, Lawrence.
Thank you so much.